Salutations and welcome back to Let's Play ABE'S Exoddus. This is Edgar. In the previous installment, we blew up the Necrom mines and made our way through the Necrom forest, and despite the secret area's best attempts to stop us, we have reached the vaults. Your votes have been counted, and the end result is 6 votes for mudanchee and 5 votes for Mudomo, so mudanchee vault first it is. To reach the vault, hop into the bucket. It will send you soaring far above. There will be a closed door where you land, but you can ignore it and head to the left. Another bucket is here, and this one will take us into the mudanchee vault, but we have a more pressing matter on our hands. At the entrance to the mudanchee vault is this secret chant to open the bird portal and jump inside. Well, this is certainly awkward. We need to begin by making it to the shadow on the left. Once we reach that, we can see about that lever on the right side of the screen. This calls for some finesse. Okay, we need to make a dash and jump in such a way that we grab the ledge to the left of the lever. Or we can just miss completely and fall down and eat a bag of shit while the sligs laugh at us like pricks. Let's have another go at this. Get over here so I can give you a smack. So when the bottom slig is facing away, we can climb up, pull the lever, and hang from the other ledge. The door is open, now we just need to get past the lower slig. New enemy here. This bizarre looking contraption is a greeter. Greeters have their own personal built-in motion detector, and if you set it off, the greeter will rush at you and give you a lethal zap. Apparently they were failed vending machines that were supposed to give people mild shocks and only bugger off after said people bought the merchandise, but ended up frying people, so they were instead turned into makeshift guards. This one here is in an obnoxious position. He's blocking the way to the bird portal, so even if we get the Mudokons down to the lower level, the greeter will quickly murder them. We will need to remove the greeter from the equation, and to begin, we will need to pull the lever near the Mudokons. Careful with your timing here. These 2 Mudokons are depressed, so you'll need to give them sympathy before they'll do anything.
Oh yeah. Hi. Okay.
Forget about the Mudokons for the moment.
Work.
Pull the lever to open the door on the lower level. Once the door is open, we have the means to destroy that accursed greeter. Make your way to the right side and activate the solitary mine, and then set off the greeter's motion detector and roll to the screen to the right. If you do not roll, you will hit the wall and be killed by the blast.
Oh yeah. Hello. Hi. Bumblebee. Okay. No.
Still have to give one some sympathy.
Wait. Okay.
The blast will scare off the bird portal, so once the 2 Mudokons are on the lower level, just roll to the right screen and back to reset
Oh
it.
yeah. Hello. Bumblebee. Okay. Wait. Okay.
Don't worry about the sligs, they're lazy as all fuck. Nice to know farting doesn't wake them. Go ahead and free these 2. Once they're set, hop into the bucket. It will conveniently bring you out at the bucket leading to the mudanchee vault, so hop back and to proceed into the vault proper. Welcome to the mudanchee vault, home to the primal scrab. Scrabs are not the only menace we will have to contend with. This place is also full of bloody fleeges, and there will even be sligs and their pet slogs by the end. Interesting atmosphere, I think. Head through the available door. Below us is one of those doors that will require we bust the appropriate amount of padlocks. This one is dead simple, there's only one padlock and it's right by the door. The hint thing will explain the concept, but we already know all this, so it beats me why this is here. Whatever though. There is a bucket nearby, but it's inert. head to the right. You can activate the bucket using this lever, so go ahead and pull it, then return to the bucket and hop in to be launched up above. Proceed right. In the background you will see your very first scrab. This one is mercifully in the distance and can do exactly nothing to us. You can mind control scrabs as long as there is no red orb floating around, and if you consult the hint thing here, it will instruct you on how to use the scrab's attack. You have to charge it first, and then he will spin around like a tornado, instantly killing anything he happens to run into. Let's let the big guy have a go.
This British overlord has assumed control. It has assumed control. Look who's an adorable little fluffy Wuppikins. Okay, cutie pie, you're going to help decolonize this background for the British Empire. I saw a little slug-looking prick. Give him the old one. Your British overlord demands it. Not only is this bit of blood adorable, also packs one hell of a spin. Sadly, we must part ways here, cutie pie. Farewell, you serve the British Empire valiant.
I don't think I've ever seen Charles interact with something he didn't want dead. How refreshing. Pull this ring to reach the bottom floor, and then pull the lever to open the door. Proceeding left will lead you to the padlock, so go ahead and bash that shit. It will release the lock on the door, and we will be able to continue into the vault. Doors open, let's go. Bloody fleeches. Run to the left. Hop into the bucket to reach the foreground. We have a padlock that will provide us with cloaking, and we're going to have to use it to make our way past the 3 scrabs between here and the door. Don't bother with the hint thing, it will just tell you how to cloak. I am going to demonstrate what happens if a scrab sees you, once I have some space. They will charge at you, and if they touch you, you're dead. Fortunately, this doesn't apply if you're cloaked. Make your way to the far right of the area while your cloak lasts. The door only needed 1 padlock and thus should be open. Into the doorway. I like the background. Hop down and over to the right to proceed. There's a bucket here that can take us to the upper area, but let's take a look at what's to the right. Another bucket we can use to reach the hint thing. The hint thing itself was placed by Glukkons, and will go on about how you're not supposed to feed the fleeches. Frankly, I want to see what's beyond the fleeches. The door is here, but this is a bit of a shitty scenario. Death by scrab or death by fleeches. This time we're going up. Hop into the bucket to reach the ledge, and then climb into the above screen. A cloaking padlock, that's how we're going to reach the door. Unfortunately, it's protected by a fleech. Still, it's not all bad. This scrab is in the perfect position to get rid of the fleech. You'll need to hop over to the left and pull the lever to open the door, else the scrab will be stuck and unable to reach the fleech.
This British overlord has assumed control. It has assumed control. Okay, cutie, go show that nasty slug thing what for. Now make your way over to the left. There's a good adorable little monster.
Excellent. Be sure to shut the door after the fleech is dead, or you're going to be next on the scrab's hit list. Check the hint.
This biology lesson brought to you by the British Empire. The scrab, pronounced scarabak, according to this hint, is a majestic-looking cutie patootie with aerodynamic design, perfectly suited for charging like an armored knight. Their stern appearance scares fleeches away, though the scrab is in truth gentle, and will not attack them, unless ordered by a British overlord. They will attack other scrabs, however, because they wish to impress the denizens of the British Empire however possible. They will also attack Edgar, because he sucks, and is not supposed to be here.
The main thing to note is that scrabs will go after each other before they go after you. That's going to come into play later. For the moment, let's hop down and hit the padlock. Because we closed the door, the scrab will be unable to get to us. Now that we have a cloak ready to go, we can get past the scrab under the door. The door itself will not be opened just yet, it requires 2 padlocks, so we will have to find the other. Let's get the cloak going and rush to where the door is. You can use the scrab to kill the fleeches if you want, but it's not really necessary. His mere presence will result in the fleeches being unable to climb after you. As for the other padlock, it can be found up here. Give it a good bashing and the door should open. Door's open, let's go. This area will be useful for my purposes, as it will enable some explanations. Feel free to check the hint thing, all it will say is how to perform the scrab's attack, and you really ought to know how to do that by this point. The door is below and will require 2 padlocks. They can be found at the far right and left end respectively, but there are some scrabs in the way. This is what happens when 2 scrabs see each other. They will have a quick fight, and one will always end up dead. Unfortunately, the padlock on this end is guarded by a fleech, so we'll have to get out of here for the moment. There's another thing to note. Scrabs run faster than you. There is no orb present, so let's get the big guy to handle things.
This British overlord has assumed control. It has assumed control. Cutie pie, show me why you're better than all the other scrabs. And that slug. There's one more scrab. Kick his bum like the British Empire depends on it. You make me proud, you adorable little monster.
With the fleech dead and the scrabs otherwise taken out of the picture, we are now free to bash those 2 padlocks. We'll start with the one to the left. Be sure to go above the remaining scrab, otherwise you'll have to do this all over again. Now just head as far to the right as you can go and bash the second padlock. And now head back to the door. Door's open, let's go. Nothing to do in this area except proceed to the left and climb up to the available door. Feel free to admire the background as you do. We stand on the precipice of the main vault. We can reach it by chanting to open the bird portal above and jumping through, but once again there are bottles on the ground, so we have a secret area to contend with. You'll have to chant to open the bird portal below and quickly jump into the bastard before the scrab kills you. I suggest you wait for him to be as far to the left as he can go. Out of the frying pan and into the fire as it were. There are a pair of Mudokons to save in this secret, and we have fleeches and drills to contend with. The lever here will let you access the area but will also slowly release the fleeches. Start by leading the 2 Mudokons down the hole. Once they make the drop, pull the lever. The fleeches will be here shortly, so you'll have to work quickly to save the Mudokons and yourself. Pull the lever above to open the door, but this will also start the drills, so watch your timing. You need to reach the lever on the upper right to stop the drills, and after that you can lead the Mudokon into the bird portal. You'll need to be quick, but not too quick or you'll end up running into a stupid drill. Let's give this another go. On the lower screen you can see 3 lights on the left wall. Those lights will allow you to track the progress of the fleeges.
Okay.
It's drill time.
Wait. Okay.
I wish this drill would move faster. Oh fuck, get out of here lads. Well, I saved the Mudokons, but at what cost I say?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Get going. Now we just need to escape. We can use the bucket on the above screen to get the heck out of this place. Well, that wasn't so bad. The bucket has spit us out where we need to go next, so let's chant to open the bird portal and hop on inside. Actually, let's check the hint thing first. What the fuck is this shit? The gentle caress of fleech tongues. Somebody was high when they thought this up. I am just going to ignore that crap and head through the bird portal. Welcome to the mudanchee vault proper. Here's the deal. There is a closed door in front of us, and behind it is the trial. Completing the trial will complete the mudanchee vault. There is also a hint thing here that will show you a map of sorts, not that I care enough to decipher the damn thing. So how do we open this door? We have to light the braziers above it. How do we light those braziers? Well, see all the doors in this area. We'll have to complete every single one of them. Since there are 6 doors, I'll likely end up dedicating one episode to 3 doors each. We have work to do, but I will wrap this video up here. This has been Edgar, and as always, thank you for your patronage.
This short story brought to you by the British Empire. It is called The Little Scrab That Could. Once upon a time, there lived a scrab named Bedivere. Bedivere was an outcast, having been kicked out of his tribe for reasons that cannot be discussed on this channel. Bedivere was not happy with his fate, and thought to himself, those bloody fucking pricks, I'll show them all. Bedivere was intelligent, and devised a way to get back at those who wronged him. He buggered off to the faraway lands of the Mushroom Kingdom, and came back with a fire flower, a starman and a frog suit in tow. He approached the village which had so rashly given him the boot, and he said, "Hey, listen up, you monkey fucking cowardly bastards, I will fight you all to the death." The village elder pranced out, took one look at Bedivere, and charged his attack. Bedivere was ready, and at the starman. Now armed with the power of invulnerability, Bedivere easily killed the village elder, and all the other scrabs ran the fuck away, because fuck that shit for a joke. Bedivere walked into the village to reunite with his long-lost love, and she looked utterly shocked to see him. He offered her the fire flower he had collected from the Mushroom Kingdom, and she accepted it with a broad smile on her face. Here is where things took a turn for the tragic, as Bedivere was a kinky scrab, and suggested that his love wear the frog suit for their hanky-panky, as it would make her more attractive. Hell hath no fury like a woman's corn, and she gave him a whack so bloody-hearted, he was sent sailing through the air, and came crashing down into a small inescapable room. Bedivere hopes to escape one day, and though prospects are grim, he has never given up hope. Stare upon Bedivere, pacing back and forth in his allotted space, and consider your freedom. Learn from this scrab, or share his fate.